Give me a second, guys. Try it out. Let's see what we got going on over here. Hopefully that's gonna work.
We're still ironing out a little bit of the logistical work. But I don't want to just like keep you sitting here until like 8:35 when we have planned to start. So we're gonna do some chanting, and it may be interrupted by me being like, "Okay, guys, we're ready to stand. We're ready now." Does that sound good?
All right. That's a lot better. Alright, just doing an audio test real fast to make sure all that sounds good. I want people to be morons now. Together, as a family. This is Minneapolis at the hotel. Sorry if you guys were trying to listen to the other one. I don't know what the heck happened, but it was lagging like crazy. It was on my end. It never really happened. So it's 8, 9, we got 2 hours to make the show. I need to shut up at midnight Eastern time. But I get Wi-Fi here for them, so we're good for now. Like having 2 different devices with Wi-Fi and be able to watch them so they can watch the chat on one screen and not the other. Figure out this other thing.
When I say Chingo and Libra, you say fuck! Chingo and Libra! Chingo and Libra!
They really need to stop wanting to have sexual relations with life if they don't like them. But they're all about fucking them, I guess. I don't know. Weird.
Chingo and Libra! 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 Chingo and Libra!
Anybody know what that actually means? I don't. I think that's exactly what it means, though. If I remember it correctly now. Yeah. Let's see. Hey Siri, what does Chickle Little Migo mean?
You guys are XCM!
Hey Siri, how do you say fuck ice in Spanish?
Just a little bit. But I wanted to make sure people knew if you need earplugs, we have some up at the front. If you need hand warmers.
It's not what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying, man.
Eventually, there will be an announcement when they're here. If you want signs, they're up here.
I'm pro ice. I was just curious what the hell was
Want to
going on.
help us chant lead? We have a couple of bullhorns, and would love to hear you guys chant. We just need the bullhorns back. So, like, earplugs you guys can keep. The bullhorns we need back.
There's chanting is doing all kinds of things.
All right, thank you.
I'm just curious of where they are over, you know, they're freaking out over this person. Which, you know, to each his own. How do you feel about that situation? But there's 4 other people who've died recently by illegal immigrants who got murdered by them. One on the train, a couple of different other ways, and one was the military person or whatever. Where were you guys when they did all that? You know, why didn't you guys, or why aren't you guys saying anything about the 2,000 people being murdered in Iran? for doing exactly what you're doing, protesting. Or why didn't you come to the streets and Charlie Kirk gets out and say, hey, you know, people shouldn't be getting murdered? Because you truly don't care about people's lives. You care about acting like a fool out there and getting attention. Yeah, earlier when Charlie Kirk got killed in front of his children, while he was just giving a speech. Not trying to, you know, run anybody over or do any of those things. Where were all of you? Hello, kitten. Thank you for that PayPal. I really appreciate it. The last night of the hotel, we're laying in bed together at least and relaxing. While we watch these morons be morons. Oh, get loud as fuck because that's gonna do something. I'm just gonna make fun of these people all night because they annoy me.
I think people are bringing instruments later, but for everyone who's just here to make some noise, I'll be leading chants tonight. So without further ado,
oh please, don't let her lead.
You say ice out, fuck
Here, you know. So it helps out. Every penny helps out very much, and I very much appreciate it. Oh, is it lagging again? Why is it lagging? Don't be doing this. Just one lag. I can do it with one lag. I can't do it constant lag. Oh, it's lagging again. What the hell is going on with this? This lady annoying. I wish you'd put somebody else in charge of this. Somebody who has a bigger vocabulary. Like, tell us about how you feel, not just chanting stupid shit. Like, hey, this is how I feel, this is why I feel it. But they don't know how they feel or why they feel it because they're not really feeling it. Or they'd be doing something a whole lot more productive than just chanting some F-ice stuff, because that's retarded. Let's say it 500 times and then they'll believe it. Bring our little musical instruments and we'll make it cool. I know there's more people headed there. I'm curious. I'm not sure. How's the weather over there, kitten? Do you think they're going to be doing anything in Portland tonight? Not sure how it is over there. I mean, last night was dead as hell, so I'm not sure. I don't think they have any brain cells. I mean, like, literally, they do this just for things that benefit them, not for people's lives. Because if so, there'd be so many more protests and so many more weird shit going on than there is now. But it's always the same shit. It's ICE this, ICE that, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And even if ICE didn't kill this lady, they'd still be out here doing this shit. And like I said, you know, you can't, I shouldn't say kill. I mean, technically it's kill. It's not murder. It's self-defense. But it's still kill. But, like, you know, did you see anybody do this shit when Charlie Kirk died? We didn't have, and they had a vigil. That was nice. Have a vigil for the lady, and they called good. Go home. That's what we did. And someone actually got killed in front of their kids, and they weren't even doing anything but giving a speech. Oh, good. Maybe I should do it. But yesterday was blah. And I definitely ain't listening to this much of that. No offense, blah blah blah. I'm so tired of the same chants. They're like unoriginal. Their vocabulary stands with 4 words. I was making sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, do all that happy fun stuff. We really appreciate it. No, she's still saying the same shit. Somebody take away the bullhorn from that girl. Please. Sorry. Dang, I'm getting sick again. I'm coughing up a lot of shit. So. Allergies. I get sick of allergies. That's why I'm shutting my door. You have to vitamin C from that. Ah. I will keep an eye on Tommy and see if anybody else goes to ice tonight as well. Because I really don't want to listen to this chance off. I'm not going to say I like Tommy, I appreciate Tommy. But I think we should, you know, I mean, you know how his emotions got when Charlie Kirk got mad and people made fun of it. I think we should all be better than the left and not start making fun of this person. I mean, we don't have to agree on the protest and we can do that, but I think we should definitely treat things with an even hand. That's just my opinion. But I don't think, you know, insulting this lady is going to be doing anything for us. That person's, you know, the candles. Oh, man. But my point about it is I only think we should, you know, in every single way we're better than what these people do. And we need to continue to do that way. We should get these people like some sheep outfits though. Because they're like running around there like little trained sheep. And the plus side, my girlfriend cut my hair right. I finally have a haircut. This shit was getting crazy. I'm not sure why it's lagging, guys, today, so I apologize about that whenever it does lag. But it's definitely better than when I first started, so. And some of that might be their stream too, but. Hey Witness, how you doing tonight? This is Minneapolis indeed. They are outside a hotel. I'm not sure why they're outside of this hotel, if it's something the ICE are staying at, or what's going on over here. But they are outside a hotel in Minneapolis right now. But yes, this is definitely Minneapolis. But like, even if ICE is staying there, so are families and so are innocent people that don't want to hear your loud ass mouths. They want to go there and, do it, live their life. And, you say lives are important and you should cherish them. Then how about you let people enjoy their life? And get the hell away from the goddamn hotel. Go back in front of ICE. At least it's, I don't know, these people really agitate me. Well, that one ended.
Now more than ever, the world is in crisis. Hospitals
Hold on, guys.
Children facing starvation.
He's back.
According to my GPS, we're 8 minutes away.
All right. In real time is headed there right now. The other one ended, but he'll be there shortly. But that's where he is headed. He'll be there in 8 minutes. We'll take a drive through Minneapolis with him.
There's the Vikings Stadium to the right here.
Make sure this is RIT Media in real time on YouTube. Make sure you give them a like or subscribe. Yeah, Joe's pretty cool. So we're watching him right now. I guess he's on the way to the hotel as we speak. But he was just at the ICE facility and said he was coming down here to the hotel. Don't do that, Joe.
I get lost all the time with GPS.
Once again, this is the RIT Media on YouTube, and please make sure you show them their channel some love as well. You guys are welcome to watch it there or here, but here's a little easier chat, and I chat with you guys anyway. So, but at least show them some love.
I know in Los Angeles they have some big pro audio stuff, and that has cameras and pro audio equipment work.
I know Minneapolis is going to be. I don't think I've seen the other one, the Damon from Smoke and Scan. I haven't seen that one, but I know it's going to be getting a lot colder in Minneapolis this week. They're going to be getting in the negative, so it's going to affect the protests, which is kind of good because we kind of all need some rest from it. But Minneapolis might be a little quieter the rest of this week. Well, who knows? Some of these people are diehard.
Come to Sacramento, Best Buy. Yeah, I'll be there.
They'll be out there yelling regardless.
Earlier I was down here. I was going the wrong way, guys.
No, that's awesome. I'll have to check them out for sure, Danny.
Cut me off and screamed at me. He just nodded his head. I was like, my bad, dude.
But like 17 more days, my strike is gone. So I've been a lot more careful of who we use lately.
He goes, you're in the bike lane. I was like, my bad.
Oh, not one streamer has ever got mad at me for using their stuff. It's only been a restreamer that was doing the same thing that then they didn't have permission. I'm so stupid. Oh, he does. That'd be kind of cool to do. I was thinking about getting a scanner and live streaming some of the things that happen here, but I think that'd be kind of interesting too. But then I get shot. I don't want to get shot. Oh, they're in LA. That's crazy, yeah. But much worse of an area than Santa Fe is a pretty good area. It's pretty drug ridden, a lot of crime. But it's mostly like property crime and shit like that, not like violence. Albuquerque, though, is crazy. Albuquerque's in the top 20 most dangerous cities in the United States. I didn't even know that till after I got there for her training. Like, 5 minutes away now. Let's not do too much around here. mean, it's good for his viewership. He's doing a great job down there. Yeah, I'll have to check out that whole stream and stuff. And I'm still new to RIT Media, but yeah, Albuquerque's crazy. They have a place called the War Zone there. I'm like, yeah. You got all kinds of prostitution just right out on the streets, drug dealing, people on drugs. It's crazy.
What's going right? Damn you. I had one job, guys. I had
It's beautiful, beautiful area. The only thing I've seen like 3 white people though. So like we're definitely a minority. It's all Mexicans, you know, which are great people, great people. But it's just weird being the minority.
That's what I told you. This is the spot where I got screamed at earlier. Up where the trains are at. They're in the middle of the school. I was going through the bike lanes and I don't know what the hell I was doing. But I made it out.
He's almost to the hotel guy, so that's where he's headed right now. Where the other stream just ended. He does better footage too, I believe. I mean, I like the other guy, but this guy does a good job. And he's relentless. He's out there all freaking day. Good shit. And it's cold there, so you know.
We're going in circles. We are pretty much going in circles, getting around the campus. It's the University of Minnesota. Goes in circles.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to check out more of him, like on my off time and stuff like that. I'm always, you know, looking to meet, you know, watch new streamers, follow new people, and learn new things as how they do their stuff too. You know, educates myself. He will definitely be on our radar to shout out as well and make sure, you know, working together with streamers is very, very important for everybody's channel. You know, we can all grow.
I have plenty of earplugs now.
Once we get our apartment, I'm gonna have a whole setup where it's gonna be set up a lot better, and it's actually gonna be professional looking. Not this, but like I said, I do this from a tablet and a phone right now, mostly in a van. Luckily, we're lucky enough to be in a hotel for one more night. So, but eventually, I'm gonna build it up to where when we do these, they're gonna look professional and they're gonna look nice. I think I'll do a split screen. I won't do a like. I don't like when it's like 10 of them all on a screen. It's just too much going on. I might do like a split screen where we can watch 2 different areas at once, or I don't know. I might stick to the original just one. I don't even know, but it'll look better. It'll be a lot more interactive. I like how Portland Andy does his, but he's still got a lot going on the screen. But I love how Portland Andy does his too. Yeah, 2 screens is more than enough. I wouldn't do more than 2. It's either going to be 1 or 2, you know. And it's kind of like, say, if something's going down in both towns, whatever, we can like maybe like keep an eye on Tommy in the corner while we're watching a full screen, you know, something like that. Where we just switch back and forth to make it a lot easier to watch these and stuff like that. But it helps if we're watching 2 different areas to have a little thumbnail or something up at the corner, just so we know if something happens, I can switch it quick. And we don't miss nothing on either.
All right, let me pay for this parking spot and so forth, and we'll get going.
Yeah, anything over 2 is hard. You can't see what's going on. And like I said, I would only do like one main stream like this, and then like have up in the right-hand corner, and have another area for just keep an eye. Say like Tommy was on, and want to see what's going on in front of eyes. We can go switch to somebody else, watch it big, while we're making sure nothing goes down with Tommy or something like that, you know. Or Minneapolis is going off and Tommy's, you know, and Portland's going off at the same time. We can kind of keep an eye on, you know, both. But I would never go more than 2. It's just too much. Does anybody know why they're at this hotel? Is this the hotel that the ICE are staying at? I know it's not the one that they were at the other time because this one's a much bigger hotel. This one's got like that weird swingy door thing. But I'm not sure. No, we're only made $20 to it so far. I still need another. It's 48 and some change for my phone bill. But I'm on Wi-Fi right now, so I'm good for it right now. And then I'll just have to, and worst comes to worst, if it takes a little bit of time for me to get the money, I can always try to do some live streaming at like Walmart at Night Wood Park, because that's how I did on the tablet anyway. But I just won't have. It'd be a little harder for work stuff, but I'm gonna figure it out. But no, the phone will get shut off in less than 2 hours. But I have Wi-Fi here right now, so it won't affect the stream. We have Wi-Fi for the rest of the night. Guys, he's at the hotel. I'm guessing he's parking or doing what he's going to do, so he'll be right back. And then we'll be able to watch what's going on at the hotel that he's at. This is Minneapolis. Guys, make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that happy crap. It helps the channel grow. Can't wait till the shadow band's gone. And that's when we used to have 500. When we used to be able to get. Oh, thank you so much, Jerry. I really, really appreciate that. For the phone. The phone can get paid now. I'll have that turned on. Actually, I can probably do that while I'm on the phone with you guys. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you. All right, let's see. Can I do that from here? I'll take care of it as soon as the stream's over. I don't want to, because I might have to press in personal information. But the phone's taking care of it, guys, now. Thank you so much. Guys, he should be out any second. Why is that not working? Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to figure something out, guys. Man, that wind, do you guys hear how crazy that wind? It won't get shut off. Like I said, I'm on Wi-Fi. I just don't want to. I have to call them when I do it. And I don't know if I can do that with put in I just don't know if I have to say an extra. I'll go in the bathroom real fast and I'll pay my phone bill. I'll be right back. The cat will still be open. I affect the stream on so I'll cut my phone off. But
You guys give you all the noise already?
I will be right back in 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm still working on that. I forgot to transfer the funds over here before I call. You're right there. Yes. Alright guys, sorry about that. That took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but it's all finished. I appreciate it very much. The cell phone is paid. And I got confirmation on that, so thank you. That helps out so much. We can, still do what we got to do with this, and we still look for work. I appreciate it, but it's all done. But these people are crazy. Gotcha. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very thank you. It is all taken care of. I really appreciate you guys for having me back. Now, does anybody know, is this the ice, like where ice is staying, or what? I'm curious why. I'm guessing that's the only reason why they'd be there. And also tomorrow I believe tomorrow is a memorial service for the lady who died. So I think that might get interesting too. Oh, this chant's annoying. My sugar's at 350. I just took insulin, so I'm hoping that it will help. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I mean, like, they have, like, all kinds of kids and families and all that. Like, what are these people thinking? We support all the feds, I think, as we should. I think the feds are very much needed, and we support her. And I love Tommy and Baby and all that. Only thing I say with Tommy is, like, I wish, like, he would, like, he got devastated. Like, you can see how emotional he got when people would mock the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, there is a large difference, but at the same time, I think we can disagree with these protests. The lady was definitely in the wrong, but we shouldn't make fun of her death either, because that, it's us doing the same thing the left did. And I think we're just better than that. I love watching Tommy. Tommy's, I'd love to meet him one day and all that. I think that's the only thing it doesn't really upset me, but I just wish we were better. I wish we could show how much better we are. Because, like, when they have the protests in, like, the left have the protests over everything. And, like, but, like, us, we don't protest. We don't, we don't tear up our cities. We don't do any of this. I just wish, we would stay in that same thing of, okay, we can go out there and we can, have fun with these people and, make it about them, not about what happened or why they're out there. Make it about why they're so dumb. I don't care if you insult all the protesters all day because they're being stupid. They're just being sheep. But if somebody passed away at the same time, regardless right or wrong, it's still a human life. But regardless, I still love Tommy on his channel. I always support him. But I just want a better image for us, We're way better than that. That really hurt when I did my insulin that way. It means that I'm getting no fat left on my belly. I'm losing so much weight. Not really a whole bunch, because I've never been that much bigger, but I've lost, I mean, when you're already a skinny guy and you lose, 6-7 pounds, that's a lot. And I used to have this little pudgy spot that I used to go in, and that pudgy spot's going away. And when you check your insulin, you want it to be in a pudgy spot, not on skin. Because I don't really have anywhere to go, and the insulin to work. But that really freaking hurt today, and I usually don't, complain about the needles. Although I hate having to shoot up every day. But keeps me alive. I've got to work on getting a doctor soon too, which I think I'm gonna. We did the food bank stuff and we got a little bit of food, and I'm gonna try. I got to try to get assistance though, because mainly medical. Because my insulin stuff. It's crazy. I got 20 more days left of medicine, at least for my Dexcom. I probably have about a month left of insulin. But I didn't want to start working on that. I don't want to wait till it runs out, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get into a doctor here. You start. This thing's supposed to be closer to you. No, that's charged, man. That's how it lasts forever once it's charging. I did do my taxes today. That'll be good. I mean, they don't start even processing until the 26th of this year. This month, I mean. But I did already get them filled out. My federal, I can't do my state yet because they're not open for that yet. But where I do my taxes, let me do my taxes today. So that'll be $1,300 coming back in, roughly a month. So that'll be something to look forward to. That's going to go all towards an apartment, though. They have community refrigerators here? That is awesome. I gotta find out more about that. They had this thing where they did. I called 211 to find exactly where. I had this thing and they did delivery food, and I had to talk to them and tell them what we could eat, and we delivered us a little bit of food. One at First Park. I'll have to check it out tomorrow. While she's at work, find out more information about it. I've never heard. That's awesome that they do that. That's kind of cool. My main thing is getting medical, though. I definitely just got to I can't lose my insulin. But like I said, I'm good for another month, at least on that. I did make sure I refilled my pens right before, so I had 5 pens of each. And that usually lasts a little over a month, so depending on how bad I'm doing, how good I'm doing, should I say. If I'm doing even better, it will last a little bit longer. My A1C is off the charts right now, though, so it's probably not going to be that great. Not as bad as when I got diagnosed, but I think from my app it says I'm right around an 8.9 or something. I was down to a 6, but Not right now. I think a lot of it's because I'm fasting too much. So my sugars are going high because I'm just eating everything off my body. Because I don't eat a whole lot. My sugars are always like 200-300. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that happy fun stuff. We're going to be watching this all night. Let's see if Tommy, I'm just going to curious if Tommy's even on yet. I haven't checked. I was getting my phone connected. No. Sorry, I took a minute. Not just this. I don't think that many people going out tonight. He might not even be going out tonight. Let's see if there's any updates on his page. Nothing. But he did go out earlier. So I'm curious if he'll even go out tonight. If not, it's fine. We'll cover this until this is over with, and then we'll MTG Garden and rolling dice in Vegas. Let's see if we win tonight. Need 3 of those, don't you? Now, what if somebody has to get to their room? Like, they have to go through all this crap, or like if they have kids or something like that? Imagine bringing your kids through that when they're singing, chanting F ice. Because that's what kids need to hear. These people are supposed to be, oh, we care about this, we care about that, but they're out there screaming and profanity in front of kids and in a public place. You know, like, it'd be different if they were down by, like, the ice building, whatever. Go ahead. I mean, it's not hurting anybody. They don't care. I like when you do that anyways, because this way they come and pepperball you. But, at this hotel, this is ridiculous. I would be pissed if I was staying there and I had this shit out. I'd make sure my window open. I'd start chucking shit at them. Throw cold cups of water on them. That'll freaking teach them. It's already freezing out there. And that doesn't look like a cheap hotel. So these people are paying a lot of money to hear this shit. I'm sure they have other entrances too, but still. Oh, for sure. I would ask him, like, Luke, you guys are having this. You guys can't clear this out. I want my night refunded, dude. And compensated. I'm staying here still, but y'all give me my money back, because this is not what these people are going to sleep with it, you know. It's what, 9:30 over there? What if these people got jobs, I'm sure, you know, that stay there, or they have plans in the morning? It's just ridiculous. I'd be so mad. As soon as this live's over, I'll make sure I put an update on that video too that I put up. The phone is paid for. I can't do it while it's going. Emily just running up. I will be right back. I will be able to see chat, but I will not be able to talk for 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll definitely look at that. I really appreciate it. Because that would be amazing. You know how much money you save buying fresh food than buying it, cooked. So yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that tomorrow. I'll be right back, girls. I'm going to step outside real fast. Get in your church. I will be right back. But I'll still be listening to chat. I can still chat with you guys. I just can't. I need to go to Goodwill eventually soon too. I need to try to get a pan. We do have a Bunsen burner, and it would be nice if we can just cook eggs and stuff. So to have refrigerated 4 eggs would be amazing. Eggs are really good for diabetics. Eggs, red meat, proteins, and stuff is what I really need to do. Alright, anyway, I'll be right back. I'm just stepping outside real fast. Yeah, but can a business just trespass these people? Like, I know other businesses trespass other people just because they don't want them there. Why can't they just say, hey, let's trespass every single one of these people, and then they can't be there? Probably not. They're just little. I mean, a lot of these people you ask them questions like, I don't know, or I don't know why we're doing this, or I don't know what she really did, or they just believe so much of what they're told. You know, it's so dumb. But I hope the cops do come, because this is ridiculous. You can't do this in front of a business. Look at all the trash, or look at on their feet. They're just trashing that place. They don't care. This wasn't that business's fault. Oh, I'm sure, 100%. These are way too funded. The shit they come out there with, they come out with full bands, all these microphones, all these professional signs. I mean, come on, it has to be. These people are having a ball. Look at their smiles on their face. I mean, they're not mourning a death of a person, they're partying. These people are ridiculous. I mean, it's just dumb. Anyway, make sure you guys, if you're just tuning in, to like, share, subscribe, do all that happy stuff on YouTube. Get some more people in here. Working on these hours. The strike's done in, I think, like 18 more days, 17 more days, something like that. And then I can work on getting monetized again. I already had it all before, but I have to work on it all over again. We already have the subscribers, we just need the hours now. And I'm hoping once the strike's over that the shadow ban goes away as well. That they are, James. That they are. Like, do that in front of, like, if they're literally doing all this in front of a business, has not, you know. And so if ice people stay there, so do other people. It's not like you're just doing this in front of the ice, but I hate more when they do this when they do it in front of ice. Because at least when they do it in front of ice will come out and arrest them, and ice will come out and pepper spray them, and at least, you know, they're getting payback or whatever. Here, they're just hurting the business. They're hurting people that have nothing to do with this. I mean, like I said, you know how many children are up there, and they're probably scared out of their minds if they're up there. You know, got a big mob of people yelling out front of your hotel. Freaking stupid. They need to stay out of the streets and away from businesses. I think we need about 1,600 more hours up to date as of where we're at now of watch time until we can get monetized. So that would be nice once we can. No, they can't. And nor should they. I mean, and they're always saying, you know, these people are, you know, like when they're talking about certain things, like, well, you know, blah blah blah. Like they were talking about the Walsh was talking about the National Guard, and he was like, well, you know, they're just, you know, these are Minnesotians, and they live here, and they, you know, they were teachers. So are these ICE agents. They just live there. They're just doing their job. You know, let them do their freaking job. If people, I love every culture. I think having different cultures is such a beautiful thing. But when we have no vetting system, you have, you know, crazy shit that happens, and we don't need that. Let's make America a better place by cleaning it up and, you know, honoring, you know, legal immigration. And a lot of these people who just come over, I mean, sure, they just want to, you know, provide for their family, but at the same time, all the other people coming along with them, you have to use the even hand. You can't say, well, it's good for this person, not good for this person. So they'll have to go back and come back legally. That's all it is, you know? There's still a path for them. If they're good people. Could it be interesting after after all sanctuary cities stop getting funding? Well, I mean, New Mexico is a sanctuary state too, so we have sanctuary cities here too, so it's going to affect us here. But hopefully that'll pinch and, you know, tighten the grips on us, because, you know, Democrats love their money, so if you cut away their money, they're going to freak out. Well, good. At least there's officers inside. But they shouldn't have to be doing that. You know how many, you know, somebody could be getting mugged right now. And those cops right there should be handling that. But now they can't, because you got a bunch of stupid people out there. So they're willing to risk other people's lives. But they're going to complain when, you know, somebody doesn't obey by the law and somebody else dies. But they're willing to do it. 47 people died in the Summer of Love on the left's protest. 47 people. Because of the things they did. They killed 47 people in the riots. And they'll freak out over one, you know. And as one is, you know, still too many, and it shouldn't happen. But again, that person is, you know, trying to run over a cop. Well, a federal officer. So it's the same thing as when trying to run over a cop. You can't do that. They'll shoot at you. We all know better. We're all adults. But we're heading into another one of those if we don't, you know, straighten up. I mean, it was during the BLM riots, they were killing blacks. They killed a black security guard. Like, how is that protecting black lives? So stupid. You know how many people died on January 6th? 1. And that was a protester. Not a single cop died. One died 2 days later over a heart attack. One killed himself over depression. But that's not because of protests. It's because they had a mental disorder that they had to fix, and one had a heart disorder. That was on record that he had before. Actually, that is the only person to get killed. She got shot for taking photos. And we didn't riot. They got fireworks. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they were shooting off fireworks. I'm very glad there were those cops standing in front of my doorway. Like I said, that, you know, they could be, you know, doing something else, like, you know, stopping an old lady from being mugged, or helping, you know, a child who just got injured, or so many other things besides this shit. I think something has to happen, because we can't just allow this. I agree with Andrew. But it's like, you know, how much can he really do without, you know, I mean, that should be the police's thing. The police should stop this. That's why we have police. Police are to protect and serve the community. And right now they're being disorder to the city. Therefore, they need to step in and stop this. You have the right to protest, but you don't have the right to trespass. All they have to do is trespass these people. I don't want them here. They're trespass. Every single one of them. They're doing something against our rules here. I want them trespass. And the cops can legally make them all leave. That doesn't infringe on you don't have the right to go to a business or whatever and protest out in front of their parking lot on private property. That's their property. They might serve to the community, but that's still private property. Now, if they were out on the sidewalks out in front of the building, they couldn't do anything about it. But literally, they're at the doorstep in their parking lot. They could end this very quickly. Call in the riot squad and just arrest every single one of them. Every single one. I don't care what age they are, creed they are, sex they are, whatever. I don't care. Arrest every one of them. Show that you're going to do that, and they'll stop. Arrest them every time. Unless they're on the sidewalk, do it properly. If they're on the sidewalk, let them do it. The second they go on the streets, the second they step on the private property, arrest them. It would end very quickly. These people don't want to stand on the sidewalk. They want to party. They want attention. They want to look cool. I don't maybe probably 1 out of 10 maybe know even what happened. The other ones are like, okay, I heard a story. Let's just go for it. Stupid. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. over there, so they should have some type of noise ordinance, I believe. Which would be breaking another law, not only trespassing on private property, but the noise ordinance. Now, let me see. Hey Siri, does Minneapolis, Minnesota have a noise ordinance? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Siri sucks. Hold on. Does Minneapolis, Minnesota have a noise ordinance? Yes, Minneapolis has a specific noise ordinance and rules, including restrictions of amplified sounds heard from over 50 feet away, and motor vehicle audio systems audible from distance within residents, able to report issues like loud music or construction noises or city general regulated. Let's see. It's from often from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. is the noise ordinance. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a public band, like, the band out there, they got the drummers and all that, the music they got blaring, everything else they got doing is definitely breaking that noise ordinance right now. As it is 10:01 in Minneapolis. Sugar's going down on these. I'm high all day. I'm gonna yell pretty much all day and day. Hello, Darlene. Hope you're having a good night. Hold on, guys. Sorry. There we go. That was like the whole internet over here just stopped for a second. Sorry. It's kind of funny. They're even. I was listening to the president, and all that, his speech and all that. They're even going after Maine for the small ones in Lewiston. And all over. I mean, it's not just Lewiston. Lewiston, Maine has the biggest Somalian population, but Maine's doing a bunch of fraud too, apparently. So it's not just Maine. And I knew it wasn't just Maine. It's probably all over, anywhere that, you know, they were shipping these people to in mass numbers. And that's why the Democrats do it. It's like, you know, they're going to get, they look good, they're backing all this stuff that gets their voters, and they're making money off it too, I'm sure, somehow. There's no way they didn't know all these people weren't real bakers and anything stuff. Downtown where? Chicago? Or Minneapolis? I'm pretty sure he's usually Chicago, unless he's traveling right now. I haven't tuned in to Jake in a little bit. I like Jake in a lot. I haven't seen him on that much. I mean, it's getting much colder in Chicago. Oh, he's in Minneapolis? Let me see what he's doing. I'm not going to change what I'm here. I'm going to just check on my phone real fast, see what he's doing. Jake. I think he's restreaming. Maybe not. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, he's restreaming, guys. He's just restreaming the same thing, yeah. Pretty much. He's in a different view. He does that too sometimes, though. He restreams. But yeah, he's in, if you see it, he's in the white little thing picture, whatever, the side. He's just restreaming it all. Oh, I don't know. So let me get to me. Well, it looks like Tommy's not. I haven't seen nothing on Tommy yet. Let me go double check again, see what's going on X. Oh no, it's no problem. I love the information regardless, because this way, you know, it's the only way we can all keep up. I think a lot of stuff happens at all different times, so if anybody sees anything, let me know. I will double check it and see what's going on, and if it's good, we'll tune in as well, so, you know. I love great news, so that's great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tommy's not going out today. It's already 8 o'clock over there. I mean, he might, but he went out later before. But with as dead as it was yesterday, it looks like they're not. So we'll cover Minneapolis until it ends, and then we'll tell them what it ends. And I'm guessing at some point the police should be coming and getting rid of these weirdos. I'm hoping at least. I've got to run up to the van and get my extra soda that I had in there. Yeah, probably some other good cigarette, so. Kitten's in charge again. My girlfriend will be sitting here watching too, so she's got an eye on all you guys. She knows how to block me. So I don't think she doesn't know you guys. Maybe she does. She's smarter than you. Oh, but I'm gonna run out to the van. I gotta get my drink. I left my soda out there. Oh, we drank all the hotel coffee that they gave us, so I need a drink. My throat is dry, and I really need to grab my inhaler too. My breathing's been kind of junk the last few days. And I'm sure it's going to be that way in the morning again, so I'm going to need my inhaler. And I look bad in the van. Yeah, I'm going to go to, when I get a few bucks, I'm going to go to Goodwill and try to get a couple of pans. So I can, we can cook some eggs for breakfast one day. Yeah, they're definitely not outside yet, but I'm hoping they will be. But I'm glad at least they're blocking the entrance, because if you've seen a couple days ago, they were actually trying to break in to the hotel, the other hotel. It wasn't this one, it was a different one. But I heard Minneapolis is going to be going through a really big cold down that's going to be negatives. So that might affect these protests a bit. Which is good, but people need a break from them, you know. We're just, I mean, and we're not even in the coldest months yet. I mean, it's February technically. Luckily here, January is the coldest month in New Mexico. So we're, you know, getting out of it. It was 55 degrees today. I was very happy with that. I think it's low is 25 tonight or something like that. It's just, you know, the typical desert weather. Nice, beautiful days, cold nights. I can deal with it. It's gorgeous out today, though. Don't even need the heater on. Just park the van in the sun and it warms right up. And granted, I came back here a lot too, so I think it's going to do much, but I was waiting for her. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. This stream will be live. I just gotta go get my drink and grab my inhaler. Yeah, the comment was absolutely nothing, I agree. I'll still be able to see chat too. I just won't be able to speak because I am on my phone as well. Grab the keys. Hold on. I need keys to get him out of here. Not very serious, but what's there. They're still chasing. I was hoping to be over by now. Yeah, there's luckily a lot of police inside, but I wish they'd do something outside too. Look at all the coppers. Now we just gotta get them. I hope they do. They deserve it. They don't deserve all this crap out there, you know? Yeah. Sure you guys. One day I'll have to show you my girlfriend's drawings. They're really good. She's a talented woman in many ways. Some of them kind of spook me out, though, I'm not gonna lie. Stuff you see in like the horror movies that children draw, like the adults draw, or whatever, when they're haunted. But she's still good. Just scary. But her flowers are pretty. She does very good flowers. And she does good faces too, they're just scary. Maybe one day she'll let me take a bunch of pictures of them and share them. Alright, time for the coppers to come in there and just arrest them all. There's still quite a few people out there. I mean, that's quite a few people. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so tomorrow, I believe, if I remember correctly, I thought I saw something about it. To be the funeral for Renee, or whatever it was. Probably it was Renee. But, so I'm not sure if anything's going to go on with that, or they'll probably be crazy after that, because they'll use that as, oh, I'm so sad, and then go out and party, you know? Because that's what I do when I'm sad, is I party and yell at people. Instead of honoring the person who did pass away, even if it was their fault, they should still be honored. But this isn't honoring somebody, you know? It should still be thought of, or whatever. But this isn't how you do it, you know, and it was just stupid. I mean, she was definitely in the wrong, though. I gotta grab my inhaler. Sorry, guys. I've been having a real hard time with my asthma lately. Oh. Is that a spider? That is a spider. No, that was just a piece of hair. It looked like a piece of hair fell or whatever, the fuzzball. It looked like a spider falling. I was like, mother, don't eat those up, yo. We need like, I don't know, maybe like 1,000 patriots just to show up. You know, just to we need an overwhelming, just not to do anything, just stand there and just to see what these people do when they're completely outnumbered, and I want to see if they talk that much trash to Maggie when they're like 10 to 1. Guys, if you're tuning in, just make sure you do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn your notifications on, all that happy stuff. And share this out. Need you guys' help to try to get my hours. Like I said, I got them a lot of them taken away. Yeah, they're banging on the windows now. Flashing lights through them. It's stupid. Which they have been doing, I'm sure. But they're definitely still shadow banning us. We were doing good the other day. We got up to like 70, 80, but the last couple days I haven't been able to get above 10. I hate when YouTube does this because they take me off the recommendation, so it's only people who subscribe that can see it. But if you don't hit that notification button, you don't get you're not gonna know when I'm on either. So make sure you turn your notifications on, guys, too. I hate this shadow ban crap. Regardless, we're having a great night together. I'm praying the cops come. They've got to come at some point. They can't let them do this all night. It's not safe. But it's going to take, they're going to have to get a pretty big squad over there. If those people broken right now, there's like, what, 20, 30 cops in there? They couldn't do shit about that. I mean, Mexican people are amazing people. Every culture has amazing people. And if they come here legally, absolutely we should embrace them and be friends with them and do everything. Because they're just regular people just like us, But it's awesome, that you support something like that. Because they did the right thing. And I 100% love immigration this time. Once again, guys, this is real-time media. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to them too. Show them some love. Yeah, I mean, you can't, because then you just put so much risk on yourself too, And like I said, yeah, that's awesome on this. I mean, like I said, our country has built on immigration, but through the years, I mean, they used to say people, your ancestors came here. That was a different time. That was before, all these gang members and all this crazy stuff and all this bullshit that's going on. You have to vet people now. And does it suck for some people? Absolutely, sure, whatever. But at the same time, we have to. Things change, times change, people change, laws change. We're a growing nation. Looks like they're hopefully leaving. At least some of them. A big group of them. Curious if they're going to do anything from here, but we shall see, guys. Is that green color? Which one? Not sure if this is over or not, because it looks like they're just walking around, or that part of the thing's over, and they're gonna have a bunch of lingerers. I'm not sure, but we'll stick around and see. it definitely ain't crying in the hell around.
Man, the wind out here.
I gotcha. Thank you very much. Nothing I didn't think of that. Let's see what these weirdos go to now. Yeah, I mean, they always say, oh, they're just, you know, locking up anybody and pulling them up. No, they're not. They have reasons for it. They check, and if you're a legal person, yeah, they might question you. But that's it, you know. But 99% of the time, they don't even, you know, it's not like they're going down and talking to every person who doesn't speak English or looks like they're from a different country. You know, they have a reason, or it looks like somebody they're looking for. It happens all the time in police, you know, whatever. So it is what it is, you know. But I guess these weirdos are marching now. Their noise protest is over. So people can go to sleep in a hotel finally. Look how young most of these people are. They're just kids, you know? And the shitty thing is, this is our future. These fuckers will run this place one day. We need to shape up our kids, you know? Because this is not how we need to be teaching them. Look at them all. 90% of those are people under the age of 21.
Yeah, I work tomorrow. We got school tomorrow. And they'll be back out here again tomorrow.
It's like the local high school. It's probably the local high school band. But these left cities just teach our kids this is so cool. Oh, look at me now. I'm going to be popular. Until they end up in jail or something happens to them like it happened to the other person because, you know, they get caught up in the moment and do something dumb. Anybody who dies during these, including that, it's all in the left's hands, all the rhetoric they speak. I'm surprised with, and this, I say this with the most respect I could possibly say, that I've never seen an ICE agent around here. So many, I'm not saying they're, like, anybody's here illegally or anything else like that. It's just, it's a very, 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 very high Mexican population. And I have never seen an ICE officer before. I mean, it's probably 10 to 1.
Back over there where it's nice and warm. Well, it's not warm, but it's high wind.
Yeah, you go in that little corridor door that blocks that wind stream. So, like, I'm guessing this little group is going to stagger around or what? Because the protest is supposed to be over, but, like, maybe the kids are leaving there and have, like, the T-birds and stuff. No, they look like kids, too. I don't really see any black bloc out there. No, I haven't seen any, at least. I'm not really looking for it either. To be fair. This is literally the high school band. No, they're still just chilling now. The protest might be over, but there's going to be a big group that's staying. Graduating class. Hotel check-in. Go home. Go home. Find a home. Yeah, it looks like I'd say about half the audience left. The protesters. Half the protesters that it looks like they're going to leave. A good chunk of them started leaving. But then you got this group of probably 60, 70, 80, maybe 100 that stayed. Because there was, and it's probably a couple hundred people there. I'd say about 100 or less, maybe a little less. Not really 200 that were there roughly. Oh, YouTube, stop shadow banning YouTube. 6 people. I mean, I love the 6 people that are here. But I really miss the nights when we were having 400 or 500. We're having crazy good streams. I mean, not that this is still good stream. Actually, I think like 250 is a good number. Because then you get a good people watching, you still get your hours, and yet you still get chat that's not crazy. So I don't even need 500 like we were having. I would like 250 again though. Because that's 250, hours per hour you watch. So that's, that's like 3 or 4 days to get monetized. I think our best stream was like we had 600 or 700 left at the same time. We have 700. 1% of the audience that we have before we got shadow banned. I wonder how many. I'm sure there's a certain percentage of them, but I'm sure a lot of them are probably afraid to go out there too, and that's they're risking their, But I'm sure there are some. But like this crowd over here, these are mostly kids, Look at them all. These are, maybe just graduated high school, maybe some of them are still in high school, college for sure. These are just young kids. Even the Antifa nowadays are just young kids, It's not the same groups that we had in 2020, that's for sure. Because if this is 2020, this whole city would have already been burnt down over this. Oh, easily. They're indoctrinated. From young, that's what these liberal colleges and all that do. They try to train your mind into believing one way. It's supposed to be about education and learning, but a lot of it is politically pushed. And now with social media, they show trends and how cool it is to protest, and making all these videos about they get all these views because they're on the right side of history, which is the wrong side. But they just get empowered by so many by the left, the Democratic leaders, and they push towards it, and the colleges and social media and whatnot. It's all just pushed on them so heavily that they probably don't even know better. And if they were to look at the facts about most of these cases that they protest, like they protested when we took over Venezuela, and some of them were even like, we wish the Venezuelan king the president would just be our president. He is a literal dictator, like killing people dictator, like bad man. But just because Trump did it, they don't care. They don't know what he is, what he does. They just know that Trump doesn't like Trump took him, so it's got to be bad. Just like Trump's, backing Iranian protesters right now, and you don't see a single one talking about the 2,000 protesters that have been killed this week by the Iranian government in the streets, just murdered, and not a single one of them is saying a thing about it. But if it happened in like Venezuela, they'd be freaking out. But it's because Trump doesn't like Venezuela. Well, it's not that Trump doesn't like Venezuela. Trump doesn't like their dictator right now. Yeah, we all need a break. Make sure everybody takes a break from this crap sometimes. You know, you can't. It'll start destroying your mind as well. You know, we sit here and we have our good conversations, and we have, you know, we watch and hope these people get pepperballed and taught a lesson, but at the end of the day, it destroys your brain watching this shit every day. It's chaos, you know. You need to make sure you take a day off, you know, and let's say it's as well as I will. Like I said, you know, this week might not be that busy, but for right now, I'm just trying to get my hours. I don't use my own. Doing this every day right now. Besides that, it's going to be cover the protesters on the weekend and big events, or something crazy going on. You know, of course they're up, but it's just not good for your mind every day. But right now, I really, really need my hours. So I want to get them all back before the strike's over. I don't think I'm going to, because we're still being pretty heavily shut down. But it'd be close to that, you know. I still think we need like 1,600 more watch hours, and right now we're only every hour we're streaming. If we only have 7, we're only getting 7 watch hours per hour. So let's say it's a 3-hour stream, that's only 7, 14, 21 hours. I need to do like 100 hours a day to get there by the time I'm that's taking off. Yeah, witness, it's needed. You can't, you know. It'll ruin your real life, you know. It's fun to watch sometimes, but even I would much rather be doing, you know, filming other stuff or going places. But I ain't got the mic out right now, so we got that. But we're gonna get there. We're still gonna do the protest. So we have good conversation. It's still important to show. It's like you gotta have a mixed middle. It's really important to show everybody else what's really going on and not news doctored, you know, videos. But it's also, you don't want to do too much. So you gotta have that 50-50. Let's know what's going on in the world without overdoing our brain. Well, I highly recommend watching no local news, no CNNs, no ABCs, not even Fox. You know, get your news straight from the sources. Like look online, look at independent, you know, people, like independent, like small people, like, you know, like Nick Shirley and stuff like that. And get your news from that. Now you can get your like local news, what's going on, you know, like, you know, somebody robbed a Walmart or something. You're gonna want to know about that, so you don't go to Walmart, or how traffic's doing, the weather. But when it comes to these political things, I mean, do your research and get it from different perspectives, and actually take time to see where every angle is before you make a judgment. Don't just go blindly do what these people do. That's why we don't protest, but because we're not done. We know shit's screwed up, you know, and we know that it's going to do absolutely nothing. We're not going to waste our time doing that. We're going to do our stuff, you know, by voting people in, or taking it to the polls, or if somebody dies, making a vigil for that person, or, you know, making our voices heard and our opinions heard online through documentations or documents, or whatever you want. That word I can't even speak right now. Like, we're gonna put news out there. We're gonna be, you know, a group and talk about it. That's what, you know, Republicans and a lot of independents do. Like I said, I consider myself to be more of an independent just because I don't want to ever blindly follow them. But yes, I'm more Republican and everything. But I'll always consider myself an independent just because I don't want to blindly follow them. And you know what? Like, minus the weird crap Clinton's getting into now. Like, I thought, as a Democrat, you know, I thought he was a good president when I was younger. I didn't know everything, you know, everything going on. I didn't care about a little sex scandal bullshit or whatever, but overall, I think he did a decent job. You know, minus the bullcrap drama he got his stuff to do, but I was also a lot younger, so I don't really know. I really remember a whole lot of that crap. I was, you know, definitely much younger. I don't even know how old I was, what year that was. Hold on, let's see. Hey Siri, when was President Bill Clinton president? Alright, so I was I was 11 through 19. Yeah, so I was too young to really know politics then. So. Yeah, for sure. Because, like they always say, blindly just vote on one red, vote blue. Well, you shouldn't do that. There could be a better Democrat than a Republican, or a better Republican than a Democrat, if you look at their views. Because not every Democrat's bad. Like every Republican's not good. You know. So you really need to see who you're voting in, what they're doing, what their back policies are, why they're wanting to be there, what their plans are. You know, how good have they done on their plans prior? Yada yada yada. You know, you can't go on what they say, but what they've done. You know. So I agree with you when you said being independent is definitely, you know, your vote is definitely taken for granted if you want, because they'll just want you to blindly follow. And I think that's what you get with this, by blindly following. And like I said, every Republican is not a good Republican either, you know. But you've got bad Republicans out there too. I mean, we could, like I said, I liked Bill Clinton and he was a Democrat. And I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, like I said, I might not have known all the stuff that's going on or whatever, or everything he did. But for my age, which I was very young, and very, like I said, very naive, I thought it was good. I mean, I don't really pay attention to too much political history. I pay attention to political now. I know a few things, but, you know, I care more what's happening in today's age than what's already happened when it comes to politics. Although knowing the history a little bit does help you from making the same mistakes over and over and over. I thought this noise thing was over. That was the hell on. I want to go to bed today and go around the basketball. I'm just 12 minutes away from home. No bastards can go to bed eventually. It's 10:43 over there. And I couldn't stand George Bush either, so I mean, he's a Republican. I couldn't stand that man. Either one of them. I don't like the Bushes. And they're Republicans. Now, did they do good things? Absolutely. I'm still, I would be Republican. But I just couldn't stand it. Yeah, JFK had a place in a lot of people's heart. He was a good man overall. And I think politics has changed significantly over the last, honestly, since Obama. Since Obama came in office. And like, even Obama, he was a charisma guy. He knew he could, I mean, that man could tell a speech. Was he crooked as hell and doing stupid shit? Absolutely. But that man could speak. But since him, I think, politics in general has changed. Maybe started a little with George Bush Sr. with getting, I think a lot of his wars were revenge wars. They got the Democrats riled up or whatever. But the last, 12, 16 years or whatever, I've been, it's just been getting worse and worse. Political violence is going to get worse, unfortunately. And we've already had assassination attempts on Trump twice. And then, of course, Charlie Kirk and other lawmakers, even Democrat lawmakers. I mean, this isn't just a Republican thing. This is Democrat things too. I mean, even some of them, they've had assassinations and assassination attempts as well. I mean, the political rhetoric on both sides has got to just calm the hell down. Because I might not like Tim Walz, but I wouldn't want him dead. Absolutely not. I wouldn't even want him hurt. Get him out of office. Absolutely. Yeah, and one was just, I think, finishing his father's footsteps. So that's why I didn't know them. I mean, did they do good things? Probably. I mean, once again, I didn't really pay attention to politics until it started getting crazy. I think as you get older and you start to realize how much it affects you. Like when you're this age, you don't know what. I mean, like I said, most of these kids are under probably 23, 25 max. But a lot of them are just teenagers and or freshly out of high school. They don't understand what taxes are. They don't understand what real rights are. They've been coddled their whole life. And when you start getting older, you start paying attention to these things more often. That's why if you notice, it's a lot of the younger crowd. And you have it's either the real young crowd or the really, really old crowd. There's not a lot of middle-aged people in there. Middle-aged people are smart enough and they understand that, okay, maybe I don't like how Trump speaks, but how much money am I making? How much money am I saving? Look at the fuel tank prices. Look at how much money as a company I'm making. These kids aren't going to think about that. These kids are thinking, how can I be cool? What's trending on social media? What's going to get me the next like? What's going to get me the next, 15 minutes of fame? And that's why they're doing it. And then the old people are just, I don't know, they're set in their ways. They're old and, they're gonna stick to their, they're loyal to. Old people are typically loyal to the fault. So if they're Democrats, they're gonna be loyal to the fault, and they're gonna stand by everything they say. If they're Republicans, they're gonna be loyal to the fault and stand by everything they say. The youth and the elderly are not our thinking ages. We need people to stand the hell up and say, listen. That's why I at least try to show people. That's the point of the video. Not just, I love the conversation. I love to talk with you guys. I love to interact with my crowd. But to show you it and even just talk to you. And how I'm not always right. I'm right most of the time. Get over it. I'm just kidding. But, I have a good perspective in life. And I've been through a lot in life. And I can, I have a lot of, I think I have a lot of experience and just researching and looking at this and watching this stuff and, over the last 4 years and realizing where the faults are, where the problems are, where we need change and how we can change. But I don't think, we're either going to go to a civil war or we're going to go to something, or somebody's going to really hurt. Something bad's going to happen, I think, before this ends. Maybe not a civil war, but I think some people are going to get seriously hurt. And it sucks because, whether they're left, right, independent or whatnot, nobody deserves to get hurt. Yeah, I'm saying more in general. There's definitely still people that are definitely free thinkers and free will. I'm saying, but in general, you have, when as people, I'm, the protests today, all those Democrats out in Tommy's little feed there, most of them don't even know what they're just saying the left, I've been a Democrat my whole life, I'm going to be a Democrat my whole life, I'm not changing, because they're older and stubborn. Now, not everybody's that way, and I'm glad that not everyone's that way, because they also make up a big, voting population, but just the majority, the group that was out there in Tommy's case. Just like these kids, all these kids haven't had to pay any bills or minimal, or they've been coddled, they've been, mommy couldn't, they weren't raised, they were raised by, different standards than we were raised. So, they were raised to be able to be defiant and be, vulgar and be all this stuff with no consequences. And this is what happens when you don't raise your children right. And you take away the fact that they've never known what discipline is. So they think they can do this all freaking day. They do. And like I said, not everybody. It was just that in general, I'm sure there's many, like yourself, many people who are, getting older as we age and all this stuff, and they're still free thinkers and they're going to go. And that's absolutely awesome. I wish we had more of them. But it's just a sad fact that they're, in the majority case, whether it be, over 50% or not, I believe it's more than 50% that are still, and they're just like, if you look at our older generation, there's still, a lot of them still, stick to their old roots and their old ways of living. Not everybody, but, that's more what I'm saying. But look, these kids, they're just kids, man. They're just kids. And I hope they grow up and they learn that, maybe I was dumb as shit for doing that. Maybe somebody should have smacked me in the back of my head. Maybe my dad should have smacked me around just a little bit, just to smarten me up so I understand. Like, it's kind of like you tell a child no that a burner's hot. They're going to keep trying to touch it. You let that child touch that hot-ass burner, he ain't never going to do it again. And I don't believe in abuse. I was abused very badly when I was a child. But I believe in smacking somebody a couple times by making them understand something. Some kids just deserve that shit. And this is what happens when you take away that. There's got to be definitely not abuse. Like I said, I have a crack in my skull because my father. But this is what happens when you coddle the youth. Go home, pass your curfew. I mean, if I would have seen my daughter out here, I love my daughter, but I'd be pissed. No, they're freezing. But they'll do it for that like I said. They just want the like. They want the share. They want what's trending. They want to be cool. Everybody else is doing it, so why not? Let's do it. It's very sad though, because these kids could have a bright future, and who knows? What if they make a wrong mistake like the other lady did, and that other lady, she's probably in the heat of the moment, because all this aggression, all this shit, this left holds against ICE, and she's probably in the heat of the moment. Does something dumb, but she didn't want to die. It does think she wanted to die, and she made a dumbass mistake and lost her life. What happens? It happens to one of these kids. One of these kids said, "All right, it's cool to attack ICE now." Yeah, that's the popular thing to do. And they get killed, These people are doing it, and the Democratic leaders are pushing them towards it. Like, Democrats, they come out and they see this, they're like, yeah, our youth's out there doing all this stuff. And they're like, fuck ICE, and they're right around with them, It's like, what is that doing to our youth? Toxifying them. Yeah, and that'll affect their you get a wrong criminal thing, that affects your college you get into, that affects your job you want to get into. These colleges, if they find out a protest, would cobble them right up, but it could affect a good job, Absolutely, it does make it go. With so much, and if these ICE officers wouldn't be on so much edge if they weren't getting death threats, if they weren't getting crowds like this telling them to jump off buildings, kill themselves, that they're going to kill them, they're going to hurt them. ICE agents I don't blame them for all the tension and scared, extra aggression they're using, because they're probably, nervous. They have families. They want to go home to their families. They don't want to die doing this shit. They're just paid to do a job, and they're doing it, just like a police officer. If you don't like ICE, then you go to your senators and your governors or your state officials or whatever, and you talk to them and come up with new laws to stop that. Now, we're probably not, because we have to have legal remedies. But that's what you do. This does nothing. This does absolutely nothing. This doesn't change the vote. This turns more people away because of the violence and ignorance. And that's why Democrats lost last time. I truly believe it. Donald Trump, whether it was rigged or not, I'm not going to go in that bullshit. But Donald Trump lost it. And then they realized how shitty things are and how stupid and aggressive and horrible the left have been. And that's why, it's turning people away. People are leaving the Democratic Party fast. It's good for us, but we still got, no matter who win or lose, they're going to do this, Well, usually if they win, they don't do this. It was pretty quiet. We quieted because they were getting their way. And the leaders they were already in charge. They didn't want this shit on the streets. It would have made them look bad. So they didn't, they didn't ask people to do this. But as soon as it's somebody they don't want, they ask them to do their. I'm sure they're funding them in some ways. Check my 243. It's almost lower than it's been all day. Doesn't even get a lot lower though. And if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you please hit that like, subscribe, share it out, do all that fun, happy stuff for me, please. I appreciate it. Trying to fight this shadow in here. I mean, it accomplishes nothing. If they want to accomplish things, take it, make your opinions heard and then go the hell home. You don't have to do it here. You can do it on a sidewalk, in front of a building, or whatever you want, but not like on a public area like this. Make your point and say, I want change. That's how things get done. This is not how. Democrats eat it up and love it for somebody. Because anybody who kind of like a little lullaby. That guy's literally banging on a freaking lid to a pop. Hey, I could use the rest of the pan if you're not using it though. Make some fresh egg salad sandwiches. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but they're not entitled to their own actions when it comes to, other people. You can't force this upon other people. And that's what this does. It forces it upon other people. When they're on the sidewalks, you can go to another sidewalk, or you can go around to the other side, or you can do something. But when you're blocking an entrance, you're forcing your opinion on somebody else, and that's when it becomes wrong. Like, it's perfectly fine if they think this way, but they don't have to force it upon anybody else. They can do it in a manner that they can still make their voices heard, yet they're not forcing it on anybody. Standing outside a business yelling or something stupid like that is that's forcing it. Or, being stupid. They can have their opinion, but it doesn't mean I want to listen to their opinion, nor should I have to. Freedom of speech is, you're allowed to say things. It doesn't mean you're allowed to push things on people and be aggressive or take over properties. This is a private property. It might be a business, not public land. Take it to the, I don't care if they wanted to take over a park or whatever. I could not go to the park that day. But if I wanted to be there, that's where I would stay. I have to go there. And I'm having to interact with morons. And I shouldn't have to do that. They should make rules to protesting. Where it's still, everybody gets their rights, but you have to do it in a certain way. Like, you can't be out in the middle of the road, or you can't be at a private business or private residence. You must stay on the sidewalks. You must not enter the property at all, or whatever. And give some type of guidelines and start prosecuting and arresting these people who break it. And then we'd have, the freedom of speech and the amendments, just like you should have, but you're doing it in a way that doesn't affect other people that don't want anything to do with it. It gives them an option. If they can force this down my throat, why can't I just go out there with boxing gloves and just start boxing every single one of them? Because that's what, I want to shove something down their throat too. And I can't do that. I'd get in trouble, So why should I have to listen to this crap? That we choose to hear as we like to hear what's going on. And pray that they get pepperballed. The pepper gods need to be upon us. And bring down thy fury on thy protesters. Like that little kid, right there, is trying to, that's gross. Nobody wants to see that, little 15, 16-year-old twerk. It's freaking disgusting. Well, maybe she's older, maybe she's 18, but still, stupid. But see, how is twerking showing memory of somebody? It's a party to them. They don't care about Renee Good or whatever her name is. Renee something good, I think it is. I don't know. And that proves it. They don't care that ICE is deporting people. It affects them none. They care about nothing but themselves. And wanting to have a good time with their friends and be little anarchists and do what's cool and do what's trending. Donate some water for XLX for them all. Don't want to hurt them, but it'd be funny to see them all have to ship at the same time. This messy little front porch. Oh, it's cute. Thank you for anybody who's our new subscribers today. I appreciate you guys subscribing and tuning in. Had a few new ones today. And our best night for subscribers, we got 387 subscribers in one show. 1 3-hour show. That's when our numbers were amazing. But we're getting our hours in still every day. I'm just saying, we need. So right now it's at 1,258, but that's only as of the January 8th. And today's the today is the 13th, so that's 5 days behind. So we probably have another 250 hours. So we're right about 1,500 hours right now. Do you think all the... I mean... I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I really can't comment too much on something I don't know about, but I won't make stuff up. It's a good question, though. I mean, definitely, yeah, I agree with most of this, but I wouldn't want to, you know, I'm sure, you know, I don't know. Just because there's, you know, data protection policies and all that, that does not mean that it's not being used. Laws are broken every day, you know. Hey, aren't your hands getting sore from constantly hitting on a drum and doing all this stuff? I mean, you've been doing it for a while, man. They've got to be tired and cold. It's my stats for this video. Alright, so far we have made an extra, just on this video alone, to give you guys, see, like, our watch time on this video is only 15.5 hours, because the audience has been kind of loaded. But every hour helps. But our goal is we need to get 100 hours a day to get there before it's done. It doesn't have to be there before it's over, just be nice. Kind of cool. And it sucks that I literally got my strike the day I was going to fill up my monetization stuff. Something's going on at the doors. Is it from a different angle, I'm guessing? Oh, you tried this. So. Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe who knows? These people are not getting a scholarship in music. $100%. I agree, and I appreciate you for saying that. Oh, man. I want to see the cops come down. At least make it worth what I'm watching this thing on the state. I'm not sure how aggressive they would be with it too, knowing that it's a lot of kids out there. Like they're adults, most of them. I bet you there's some underages too, but in general, I mean, they look mostly really young, so maybe that's the reason why they're not coming out. That might be a bad look. I don't know. I say pepperball them all, but I'm not in charge. This would have been over as soon as it started. Called the riot. Started the riot. Police were right away. Full force, full of pepper sprays and balls and flashbangs and all kinds of cool stuff. I just let it all over once. vandalize them over and over again. It's just so stupid. Absolutely. Yeah, it's stupid. They destroyed all the windows, but for what? I mean, it comes off with stuff. Why aren't they being arrested for this? Destruction of property is not part of protesting. I'm gonna figure out how to make better thumbnails too, because apparently the people they're not hitting the thumbnails as much as they're supposed to. Like when you become in the recommended area or the browse feature, I've gotta figure out how I can make a better thumbnail for these. I'm gonna maybe do some research on that tomorrow. It's kind of hard without a computer though to really design anything. But I would definitely like to work on making better thumbnails. Oh, I know. I was watching something on my progress on YouTube. They have like little progress things, and they're saying, that's one thing I need to improve is my thumbnails, because people aren't clicking on my thumbnails as much as I need. Like usually 1 out of 10 you're supposed to be clicked on, and I'm like 1 out of 5, right? I mean, out of 100, 10 people should click on your thing, and at 105 people are clicking on my thing. So I need to get that, out of so many videos they show in a row, not just one video, but a bunch of videos. That makes any sense. Don't blame them at all. While he's taking a break, we're going to go ahead and go to the other feed that we had. This is going to be this one. Look at all the mess. They're just kids that are pigs. They just don't look angry at all. It's either they're partying. They've already broken one of the windows. Holy shit. And the cops aren't there yet. What the hell is wrong with it? Thank you, Jim, for that too as well. But watching this crap. Everything else, that little shit. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't want to be in that city after that. I wouldn't want to, do stuff with that city. Yeah, and especially with the broken windows and the vandalism and all that shit. The cops should have been there way long ago. And look at it, there's rocks right there. You can see them right on the chest. That's horrible. Now with that windows there, what if somebody throws something that, could catch the place on fire or something, do something really dangerous? It's horrible. Careful, moving your hands on that shit. I should have sliced you up quick. That city is so far left that they just don't even give a shit anymore. Let them do whatever they want. Pretty they need the National Guard there, though. And the federal National Guard, not state reserve. Not under somebody else's watch, and they need Trump's watch, they need the federal people. Like they're just destroying the place outside. How are they? This is so stupid. Please, if you're freaking watching it, just do something. Come on. Screw what your governor says. Every single window in there is just screwed up. It's just crazy. I'm just gonna open my last grave. I'll be able to see chat, but I'm not be able to keep doing it. I hope they're using some type of AI program to like face recognize every single son of a bitch that goes to one of these things, and watch their progress as they who keeps going, who keeps doing stuff, who keeps destroying stuff, and charging them. I don't think it'll happen because it's Democratic City, but I'll be right back. is it? Pause and... Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. It's not my stream. It's his stream. Let me see if the other guy's back on. Let's see what he's doing. Looks like there's a couple cops out there from his perspective. Well, there's one cop car. Well, he looks like he ain't doing shit either. Hiding behind the train. I'm glad that there's like 100 of them behind that train. Now just come rushing out.
What's in the vehicle here? We'll stick around. It's like get warmed up for a little bit.
We'll go back to the other feed in a second and see if anything's going on in this one. In my working area over here, so the girlfriend can get some sleep. She had work in the morning. Alright, let's see if this feeds back up to normal, because this one's not got a whole lot going on. He's still taking his break. Well-deserved break. Oops, sorry, hit the wrong button. Alright, let's see. Let's go back to his head to see if his... No, he's just not online anymore. I don't think so. No, it looks like he's off. Yeah. So he's stuck with his one. That's alright, though. He's going back anyways. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to make sure you guys are getting the most up-to-date videos of what's going on. This is in real-time media again. Good person. Great streamer. Taking a well-deserved break. We all need a break. He's out there in the elements, out there in the cold. And you can hear he's, I mean, they're... What the hell's going on over there? Why is everybody running? That's weird. I'm checking other streams real fast on my phone just to see if anything is going on. Because we've seen some people running. Well, it looks like he's going back out there, so. What the hell happened, though? Oh, the coppers are out. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Good. Get them out of there. Yeah, they got trespass from that. Good. Get him, boys. It is about time for sure, though. Start arresting them if they're not leaving. Hey, put out there. You've been asked to leave. Go. get them. Pepper spray them. These people deserve it. After the shit they did, they don't deserve no sympathy. Make them leave or forcefully make them leave. About damn time. You let them destroy half the building first, though. Now destroy them. Get them out of there. Now it sucks that the guy dropped the live right before they came in. That'd be cool to watch, but I'm glad they're there regardless. That doesn't matter. In the end, as long as they're leaving, pepper spray them. Don't just point at them. Shoot them with it. Get them out of there. I know you gotta go. Or arrest them. Every single one of them. I'd love to see them get kettled right now. Absolutely would love to see him get kettled. You ain't got nothing. Bunch of fools. Acting all strong. Yet they just running away. They ain't doing nothing. As they shouldn't, but they act tough and they're not. They ain't gonna do a damn thing. Guys, don't forget this is in real-time media. Make sure you guys give them some love. I'm watching a few streams tonight. Each one is important. You guys just tune in and make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all that happy crap, please. We do this every night. Have a nice little chat while we're doing it. Build a great audience, great community. Of course. This is just fun and games for them. They don't care. Like I said, this is a party. You don't twerk and do all this other stuff and if you're actually sympathizing somebody or care about a cause. You'd be out there with, emotions and there you go. Get them. Push them away. Oh, cry about it. Get them off that property. Arrest them. Don't let them talk back and disobey the law. Just start grabbing them up and arrest them. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, press should be press. We need press there, regardless of who it is. Press, it protects the police. It protects the protesters. It protects everybody from anything wrong happening. So definitely, the press should be able to stay and record their media. Try to get some sleep. I'll be in bed soon. It's over. The police are there at least now. They broke a bunch of windows and did a bunch graffiti over everything. I'll be in bed as soon as it's over. Last night in the hotel, so we're definitely going to enjoy that. Being warm, back in the van tomorrow. Good news is the phone is paid for, so we're definitely going to be able to go live every time we can get a chance this month. So we're in it for another month on that, which is nice. I appreciate everybody who helped and everybody who has helped lately. It's been a tough situation since we just moved here and all that, but living in the van and all that. But we're blessed for everything we have, and I appreciate everybody, and even the people who can't, donate and all that. I really appreciate you guys just tuning in. So thank you. Man, that wind's crazy out there. Those people gotta be freezing. And we'll get lucky and I'll get the flu and we'll have a week off. Is this yours? It's a little ball I put it, but I don't want to keep it because it's working on my back like this. On my hands, it feels pretty good. I don't know, it's cool. It's like super comfortable on any muscle. Time to deploy the pepper. Let the pepper gods rain down. Teach these liberals. I wonder if that person knows goggles don't stop exactly. I mean, it keeps it out of your eyes, but it still goes in your mouth and your nostrils, and it still burns, and it's still going to make your eyes water. You have to wear a gas mask. Swimming goggles are not going to help you. That's ridiculous. Really? Really, really? Yes, really. Get the hell out of there. Bum, bum. Whose hotel? Not your hotel. For nighttime, it's actually fairly nice outside tonight. I mean, it is going to get down to 25 tonight, but it doesn't. It's like I said, it's a different kind of cold here. It's not like a bone-chilling cold like it is up north. It's a chilly cold, but tomorrow will be 29 when we're back in the van, so it'll be a little warmer. It's supposed to be 50 for a high. It'll be nice. And maybe up at the low 30s for not. Well, it's pretty soon, so it won't be too bad. This would really hurt. It's a little ball. It's soft still. This is not what our police department should be having to deal with either. I mean, that city's a big city. There's a lot of crime in that city, I'm sure. And they're, why people are getting mugged or robbed or their car stolen or somebody's getting injured or, somebody's giving birth in the middle of, somewhere where police are needed or anything. They're doing this instead of helping the, citizens. So it's once again, the left will only destroy their own cities to prove something they can't even prove. Idiocracy at its best. If you guys haven't hit that like button, make sure you please hit that like button for me. It really helps me out. Gotta work against this shadow ban we're having right now. Well, we've been having since I got that strike. I really appreciate it. Subscribe too. If you guys haven't turned on notifications every time I go live, it's because we're going over a protest or something important. So, or we're going somewhere fun. I'll do a different tune at least. They got backup coming? Oh, they got backup coming. Oh, they got a lot of backup coming. Let's go. Yeah, what's up now, guys, huh? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. No, that's not a lot of cops. Oh, you guys are a little quieter now, huh? Cattle done. These cops are just a little bit too late, though. They could have done that way before all this damage happened to that building. Glad they're out there, but come on, boys, we can do better. Shut this stuff down before it starts. I hope they got video, the police inside got video of everybody that was destroying the buildings and they go after them. Man, that went something else over there. Pretty sure anybody who was doing anything has left already. Knowing the cops' presence are there now. What are these guys doing down there, though? Oh, there the cops are, right there. Someone, at least. Oh, for sure. I just don't know if they're actually going to do anything to him, you know? I just hope they do. We can't make this the norm. This the okay. They might be kettling them, though. The last few that are there. I'll be cool with that. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I'd be cool with it. No, they're screaming, kill yourselves. That's real smart. So stupid. So pathetic. They say they value life, but they say that. Don't value life. Yeah, you tell them. Walk faster. Skippity step. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button for me, please. We're having a little watch party. We've been switching around feeds all night. We do this every time there's a protest. Built a great little community over here. And I welcome everybody. Do 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 do. That's what they're repeating. I hate the whistle thing they're doing. Someone take it from them, please. They should have like 10 cops, I'd say, in like 10 different cars, starting to pull over some of these cars that are leaving, just to see if they're in the protest or whatever, or following them and pulling them over. We need arrests. We don't need them just pushed out so they can do it again tomorrow. We need arrests and we need charges. Hate that freaking horn. Oh, they feel amazing right now because we're getting you guys away and you're have to listen to them. Beat them. Oh, but you guys are so strong, but look how fast you run. I thought you were ready for a civil war. What are you doing? Why are you running? The police are actually being very generous, though, after all the damage they did. That hotel does not deserve that. All the broken windows, graffiti everywhere over their stuff. That was just stupid. My sugar's going high again. 267. Can never seem to keep it under control nowadays. I hate diabetes.
Alright guys, I'm not gonna keep getting pushed that way because my car is over here. And by the time I'm gonna end up 20 blocks away from here.
It's alright, you've done a good job tonight, brother. We'll stay with him until he goes off, then we'll be redesigning the channel for 9 unless I don't think the other feed's off anymore. Let me just double check. I don't think he is on. Nope. So that's our last feed for the night for him for this. So.
Same thing as Los Angeles.
Yeah, they just keep getting pushed and pushed. It's pretty much over for the night now. If anything bad was going to happen, it would have happened right then. The crowd's so small.
Let's go back to my car, guys, and go around.
Let's see what he does. We'll stick around with him until he goes off, though. You know. Oh, I was walking this car. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in today. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this out, guys. We do this every time we get, every time we get a good chance. It's pretty much luck because we live in a van in Walmart normally. We're at a hotel right now, so tonight's our last night. So we're back in the van tomorrow. But we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and working on helping us get our hours for our monetization. We already have enough subscribers. We just need our hours now. So it does help out a lot, so I appreciate it.
I'll tell you guys, tomorrow we're not going to start early, I'll tell you that. I'll make sure I find what I need in the morning. Tomorrow's going to be a lot colder and learn from my first day mistakes, improve my second day.
You did amazing. You did amazing. Oops. So far we got another 24 hours, a few hours on this, just the stream alone, so getting there, guys. About 1,500 hours to go. And my strike ends in like 18 days, so. We had over 8,000 watch hours, but with the strike, they took away some videos that had some really, really good results. But that's all right. I believe he says he's going around to see where they're going, but we'll see. We shall see. What happened there? My stream says that was my phone. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. There's so much. The good thing about over here is like when things happen like Minneapolis and on the East Coast and on the other coasts, whatever, the time zone I'm in now that I moved from Maine to New Mexico is a lot better. It was only 11 minutes, 11 o'clock. It's still late, but it's midnight over there, and then on the East Coast it's been 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been filming this crap. So I appreciate the time difference. Because I'll be done by midnight every night here. Which is good for the girlfriend too, because she's got to work at 10. I know it's harder for her, but she also understands what I got to do and what I really like to do. It won't be so bad. It's not so bad usually. It's just in this room it's pretty bright. Usually in the van she's passed up, I know. She hides under the blankets. Kind of warm in here too. We're gonna give it a few minutes and just see where he's going. If he's going nowhere around them or whatever, then we might end it. But we will end it. But we're only gonna stay online as long as he's actually gonna be active on that. I think he did say he was gonna try to catch up to the other side. But I guess we'll see shortly. I'm sure he's happy to be in a warm vehicle. He's been out there all night doing a heck of a job. Make sure you guys all go, please subscribe to him. We just have a good little community. We have a little get-togethers and chat here while we watch people. But they're the main guys, they deserve the respect. Oh, what happened? Alright, guys, that's green. I had to get lights for my vehicle. Apparently, I haven't had turning signals, and I thought just one of them was out, so I went to go put my hazard. I have one turning signal. 3 of them are out. So I got to eventually do that, too. That's cheap, though. I can come up, we can wait a couple weeks on that, and that's not an emergency situation. Well, there's a big group of them right there. Are the police still pushing them, or no? The crowd is definitely smaller than most of those kids are going to run as soon as the cop goes and they're going to go home. You just got these little diehard group now that'll stick around. But most of them are little kids.
There we go, guys. Wasn't that better?
Yeah, he deserves a warm-up too, so. He's done a heck of a job out there tonight. Definitely give him that. Be hard to be out there as long as he's been out there in that cold, I mean, I sit him in the car every night cold, but I mean, that Minneapolis is cold. Let's see what the weather is right now in Minneapolis. Hey Siri, what is the weather in Minneapolis, Minnesota? Alright, so it's 27 degrees, but let's see what the feels like is. It feels like 9 with the wind chill. Let's see what their week's looking like. So tomorrow's high is 33 with a low of tomorrow's high is 33 with a low of 9, and it's 32 and 0. 9 for a high on Saturday, a low of -2, and they have their lows are -2, -7, -9, -2 for on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They're going to be in some cold days. -9 for a low, and that's not including if the wind's blowing on. This cold front they're getting is a big one. So that should hopefully, especially this weekend, it's going to be in the negatives. Nobody's going to want to be out there in that. So luckily, Minneapolis might get a break. But then you still got the crazies who don't chaos, so who knows? I mean, it's only 9 degrees out there right now with the wind chill factor. That is pretty cold. And you can hear that wind. The crowd's really, really small now, too. You guys just tuning in, or you haven't yet, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for me, though. Once we get the apartment, we're going to actually do this how it's supposed to be done. Right now, I do this from a tablet and a phone because we live in a car. Luckily, we're in a hotel for the night, but I don't have a laptop. A laptop or a computer here yet. So we get it this way. But eventually, we're going to make this a lot more interactive, a lot more better quality. And we also do a whole lot of other stuff besides just this. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share it all out. We built a heck of a community really fast, and I got in a little bit of trouble. And now we're getting, working that shadow band out and getting the strike off in a couple more weeks, and then we're golden. Well, we grew to over 1,000 subscribers in a week, and then we just stalled out because I got in trouble. It only took me a week to get in trouble. It's still stupid.
Sorry, because the fan. I'm just trying to warm up this car.
Cool.
Talk loud. Car's to warm up now, so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Oh, No, I know what I need tomorrow. I need some new pair of gloves, a ski mask. That's it. Like I told you guys, my feet were warm, my legs were warm, my arms were warm. It was just my hands and my face felt like it was burning up.
With that win,
I got a gas mask.
I'm sure.
I had my gas mask for now. Heated gloves. Oh, those would be nice. Demon says, and hand warmers that go in gloves. Yep. Yep. They're backing down already. See that? They're retrieving already. This is over, guys. It's over. Cops are going back already, and you have like 10, 15 people just.
Yeah, it wasn't a big enough crowd once they actually came. A lot of them left. It wasn't the same crowd that destroys stuff as much as, they had the few in there that was probably destroying something. Probably about 10 or 15. There's probably about the same people that are there. But as soon as the cops come, the majority of them leave. So that mob mentality stops. So it's kind of hard to run, what they were doing now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over. They're not even following the cops after they're, it's cold, it's windy. These people have had enough. Hopefully they go home and just be good citizens for a little bit. We didn't get to see no pepper spray. I'm kind of sad. After all the crap they did, they deserve to go to jail, let alone
I kind
pepper
of
spray.
like the federal building. I'm not gonna lie, because the federal building they came out, it seemed like a little war zone for a little bit with those flash grenades and stuff. Here, right here, it reminded me more of Los Angeles. Just push, go. All right, the group got small. See, they're gonna go back, just like LA guys. Gonna go back, and then they'll get pushed again here shortly, and nobody's gonna get arrested and so forth. At the federal building, they were dragging people in.
Okay, that was awesome.
I don't know. What do you guys thought? What do you guys think?
Go home and get some rest, brother.
If the federal building content was better.
Oh yeah, federal building content for sure, buddy.
Hotel content was better. 1, federal building. 2, hotel. Federal was 1, 2, 1. Sure.
All right, guys, it seems to be pretty much over now. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. I appreciate everybody who did tune in. If you guys want to support the channel, my links are up on the right-hand side, scrolling below you, whatnot. But most of all, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's have another event tomorrow if something goes on. If not, the next time one comes on, I'd like to have you all on here again. I appreciate you all, and we will be back as soon as we have another protest to cover. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful good night. We all need some sleep. The girlfriend's got to work in the morning. I got to get up early. Last night in the hotel, so definitely got to go rest up. You know why I got it. So, anyways, I will be back tomorrow. I'll make my shorts like I usually do, and probably a couple videos. Or not, might make a couple chops out of this. And besides that, everybody have a great night.
The tensions feel a little bit. I think the tensions